Welcome back to Metal Gear Solid 5 Adventure 2 Battle. This cutscene is like pretty much unexplained.
I actually forgot this cutscene existed. Hey.
Eyes on Kazuhira. A message from the parasites.
This is chair moving.
Vocal cord parasites. let's spend the rest of the video trying to figure out what Eyes on Kazuhira means.
I completely forgot that cutscene existed.
I think it's just supposed to mean like, yeah, Kaz is probably doing some shady shit behind your back, dude.
I trust Kaz.
I don't.
I do.
I trust Paz.
What is it, Snake? One of the group birthday parties. They are something to look forward to every month. Miller was so funny at this one. When is the party this month? Last month was... I cannot remember. It was... And then I... No, that is not right. But I am an angel of peace. I am a student. I am so tired. I will just lie here a while.
I think that was the last one. I think.
I forget.
That's either the last one or the second to last one. This is all gonna end soon. Yeah, okay, then I'm still doing these. But yeah, what do you think? What's your take on Eyes on Kazuhira?
Again, I completely forgot that existed. So.
I don't know how that happened there.
Yeah, I can't believe you fell for that.
I didn't fall for it. He just threw one before he died.
No, they drop those.
Oh, do they?
The end, yeah.
I didn't know that. What was that? Was that Dee Dee?
Yeah, that was Dee Dee.
It looked like him. This area, I think, is interesting because you never really encounter any enemies here.
Yeah, you only really come here like what, once?
Yeah.
For the battle with Quiet?
Mm-hmm. The Quiet battle and then this. I can't think of. Well, actually, no. Maybe I think there's a. I think there's an armored tank unit here. I think, and then I think that's it.
Next to be asking for our surrender. Consequences? What consequences? No idea. That's all I have for now. You're too attached to those kids. Stop protecting Eli. Listen to yourself.
I feel like the role should have been reversed here.
Why?
Because...
Well then, yeah, it would set up like Eli and Ocelot for like MGS1.
Yeah, like it doesn't make sense that Miller is the one who's protecting Eli here.
Yeah, I guess so.
I feel like that was a lapse in judgment on Kojima's part.
Kept you waiting, huh? Kept you waiting, huh?
What does Eyes on Kazuhira mean for you? You still have not answered.
Again, it doesn't fucking lead anywhere, so I couldn't
Do you
tell
agree with me? Do you think it's because he's doing some
I'm sure that's what they're implying, but I know he's not.
Well, you don't know that he's not. In
They
fact, I'd say
never
he
bring it up
definitely
again,
is.
so we don't know.
No, there's some stuff in this game that could lead to making you think that, other than Eyes on Kazuhira.
Oh, well, yeah, I can think of one thing.
Which is?
His hamburger joint.
Oh.
That's what Code Talker was warning him about.
Yeah.
He's gonna put Diamond Dogs under with.
His hamburgers
Yes,
are pretty mealy.
Yes.
They're not quite good yet.
Be careful. Don't let him. Don't eat him yet. That's what he's warning you about.
Whole lot of trouble they put us through. Making me worry like that.
That's one of my favorite things in this game. I was bringing this up in one of the last videos, but you cut me off. You jerk.
Oh.
That Ocelot says that. That's one of my favorite things. You're making me worry like that.
I'm not worried. I wish these kids would fucking die.
I kind of would too. But thankfully there's only 5 of them.
Okay, subject is in.
Extraction arrived at marker placed.
Boss, we found weapons in the children's section of the living quarters. As you know, weapons are strictly off limits. We've got some rule breakers. The weapons we found were handmade. Blades ground out of knives and forks, a couple of bow guns built out of scrap, and explosives made using...
So I actually didn't get a cutscene to happen in this, when I was in this Let's Play. I don't know how you get this to activate. I got it on my main file, but it just completely dawned on me like the other day that I didn't get the cutscene to activate. You know the one cutscene where like one of the kids' necklaces falls into like some gas?
Oh, yeah.
And then Quiet goes in and gets it out?
Mm-hmm.
That never happened in this. How do you get that to happen?
I have no idea. I just figured it was one of those things that happens.
Yeah, I thought so too. I figured it was like a scripted thing to happen at some point, but I never got that to happen on this.
Respond with force, but it'll be war at this rate. Forks and soap aren't gonna kill us, but some of them will end up dead. Is that what you want? Now, I hate to say it, but they want to be on the battlefield. It's time you gave up this fantasy. Eli, he said they'd rise up against us if we bring the last kid back. There, you see? Ignore his demands. Don't let him return to quarters. That attitude is contagious. We lose control over them for good. For the time being, we've confiscated those handmade weapons. We're bumping up security and the number of psychiatric counselors. As for Eli, he needs some very special care. You mean solitary? Well, we can't leave him in contact with the other kids. If you won't do it, I will. Boss, keep working on extracting those kids.
What do you think they could have done to make this more interesting and better?
Not have it. Or
Yeah.
just have us do it with one, and have it be all the kids.
Oh god, no, I'd rather not.
Well, just one big section, all the kids are there, like, in one room, and then, like, you gotta, like, shoot them. They all become one, like, giant mecha kid,
That'd be
and you gotta,
silly.
like, fight them.
That'd be
Yeah, that'd be
silly.
the silliest thing that's ever happened in Metal Gear.
I think, that this, yeah, probably shouldn't have been included, really, because it leads nowhere. It's just another one of those things in Act 2 that really leads nowhere. It was going to lead somewhere, but budget ran out, and now leads nowhere.
Yep. Well, I'm not sure if it was the budget ran out or the time constraint ran out.
Probably both, honestly. But we'll talk about that more later.
Yeah, and I guess listening to these cutscenes, or well, not cutscenes, but radio transmissions, I guess eyes on Kazuhira means that he knew more than he let on with Eli.
I don't know if it's pertaining to Eli, though.
I mean, what else would it pertain to?
He's a fucking spy for
He's
Cypher.
not, though.
He is,
He's
though.
He's not, though.
At the end of Peace Walker, you see him like, I'm love Cypher.
Yeah, and he goes, hey, boss, I lied to you. Like, I'm sorry, but my loyalty is with you now.
They all escaped to each of their home villages, who were trying to get home and lost their way. Not that homesickness is gonna explain everything we've seen. Each of their home villages? They were trying to raise troops for the rebellion. You really think these kids have an armed uprising in them? You read the report of the security team member who had a rock thrown at him. There'll be a riot if we don't do something. And Miller, this is because you didn't act fast enough. Fine. I'll admit you were right this time. Seal off the kids' quarters from outside contact before it's too late. All right. Eli said his rebellion would start when the last kid is brought back, right? You better be ready to meet him head on if it really happens. Yeah. You should have left it to me in the We have a responsibility to see that those kids make it. It's not about feeling protective or the pros and cons. I hate kids. That's exactly what I heard from the people who raised me. People who abandoned me, more like. That's the spark that kept me going, you know? I wanted to show those adults what I was made of. Wanted to get back at them one day. But before I knew it, I was all grown up. Never saw it coming. All of a sudden, people treated me as an adult. Some adult I turned out to be. But I feel like if my life had been different, if the adults I knew had been different, I could have grown up better. Yeah, that's it, all right. I wanted to use those kids to test that theory. That's all this was. From their point of view, I'm no different from the assholes who gave me a hard time. When this is all blown over, I'll talk it out with them. If that's still possible. Boss, there are still kids out there. Bring them back safe.
Hit the goat.
Apparently I got a challenge task for that.
He wants to speak with you. With Big Boss. He just said, bring my father here. Eli's too smart for his own good. No way to tell what he's thinking. All we know for sure is his men are important to him. That means we can use the escaped kids as leverage in any negotiation. Once you've brought the last one back, I'll interrogate him. If the kids do rise up, we'll meet them full force. End of story. I didn't want things to turn out like this. We could have prevented it, but it's too late now. If Eli means to take this all the way, he's gonna force us to do the same. Boss, go get that last kid.
Do you like Eli in this game?
What's there to like?
Well, I mean, he's Liquid Snake.
So? That doesn't mean that I have to defaultly like him. Psycho Mantis is in this game as well, but I don't like him. He doesn't do anything.
Yeah, he does. He does plenty.
He doesn't do anything of significance.
Except for, you know, Sahelanthropus and the Man on Fire.
Yeah, but the Man on Fire was an independent thing.
Not really.
Yeah.
He was acting via a boy.
Okay, then how did he wake up when Venom Snake went near him in the last mission?
Same reason he passed out. There was intense revenge, feeling of revenge, and
so
then
he never needed Psycho Mantis.
No, but then he immediately passed out afterwards and died.
Yeah,
he's
but
like,
I think there's a reason for that.
Anyway, it's Liquid in the game. I think he's good in this game because he's just a petulant child. You know, he knows Snake is his dad, and he doesn't like him. They fight a few times. I like Liquid in this game. I think it's a natural extension of like what Liquid would have been like as a kid.
Liquid Snake is one of my favorite characters from Metal Gear. I'm again, not to get into like other games territory, but I feel like he was underused in 2 and 4.
Well, he wasn't in 2 and 4.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, and I feel like 4 really detracted from his presence, knowing that it was just a whole facade.
No, because that's good. It detracts from Liquid, but it adds to the
Ocelot, but at the price of Liquid.
That's
which
okay.
I really like Liquid.
I'm okay with that. I like Ocelot more.
So I was really excited when Liquid was going to be in this game, but he's just a whiny little kid to me. And I mean, yeah, maybe that kind of fits his personality from Metal Gear 1, where, you know, he's nothing but a whiny bitch adult complaining about how everything
whiny bitch.
Isn't his fault, and, you know, I got the bad genes, you got the good genes. But I just, again, if content had not, if cunts hadn't been cut, I probably would have liked this, his story in this a lot more.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he was not given enough to develop. He starts as a whiny kid and ends as a whiny kid. Which, I mean, you know, maybe some people would like because he is a whiny adult in Metal Gear Solid 1, but, you know, there's no closure with him in this.
Well, there technically is, because the thing that got cut, it's not like it's non-canon. Presumably, anyway.
Yeah, we don't have any.
Otherwise, why would they have shown it to us? Actually, I do have a theory as to why they showed it to us, but I'll get to that when we get to it.
Yeah, and these damn kids. I mean,
this is the last one, though.
Yeah, this is the last one. But yeah, looking back a year later with this, I'm questioning was Kaz the one protecting Eli? It just makes no sense long term. For a thing that's for the game that was supposed to bridge the gap between, you know, the two eras of Metal Gear and, you know, Big Boss and Solid Snake. It did a very poor job of that so far, and I think that's something that we're going to be seeing a lot of.
Well, in some respects, but in other respects, it bridges it pretty well.
Arriving shortly at LZ. This is Pequod. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
Pequod. Pequod.
Testing equipment we installed the other day. Members of the medical team have been conducting research there, but we'll evacuate them all from the research block to the containment block next to it. Emmerich.
There's no need to worry. No radioactive material is leaked, so the contamination won't spread. We just need to seal off the
Support
testing
helicopter
equipment.
requested.
I've dispatched the security team to get the researchers out. I'll keep you updated.
Where the hell did Pequod go?
You have arrived at your destination.
I don't understand why that happens.
Well, you probably hit triangle rather than circle.
What do you mean?
If you press triangle, you just throw whoever you're with. In the
No, I hit
helicopter.
circle.
If you hit circle, you jump in with them.
I hit circle.
Well, I mean, the gameplay says otherwise.
You say otherwise. And I don't trust you.
I don't like you either.
Be careful down there, boss. I wouldn't have to be down there if it wasn't for you. Also, we kind of got in the middle of a wandering puppet mission, I think. Because that's why those guys were all like, And, you know, meanwhile, Kojima's making this level, and he's like, I'd never do zombies. And those guys are just zombies.
I remember he had some asinine explanation for, like, oh, well, they're not zombies, they're husks or some shit.
They do look like husks from Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Also, I changed the helicopter noise or music to Heaven's Divide.
Okay, yeah, I hear it.
Which I don't remember. Is this version in Ground Zeroes?
This is the orchestral version, yes.
This is from Ground Zeroes, right? I don't remember. I remember like Love Deterrence and Peace Walker and all them, but I don't remember Heaven's Divide.
Yeah, they were all in it, but it was all orchestral instrumental versions.
Mm.
Oh, Snake. What is it, Snake? The Costa Rican Sea. It is so beautiful. Costa Rica means rich coast. Please, please, get them out of my country. Them? Huh? Who was I thinking of? It was... And then I... No, that is not right. But I am an angel of peace. I am a student. My head... It hurts.
Did you notice that the scar on her stomach is a V?
No, I never noticed that.
And this game is Metal Gear Solid V.
No, never
and
once.
V has come
I've
to.
never once noticed that.
And this room number is V.